Hello everyone. In today's video on Legal Darshan, we are going to explore case number 46 of the leading cases list issued by Supreme Court relevant for AOR exam. So this case is titled as Shakti Vahini versus Union of India and others 2018 Supreme Court. It's a 2018 Supreme Court judgment. So this judgment was given by the then Chief Justice of India, Deepak Mishra, Justice A.M. Khanwilkar, and Justice Chandrachud, right? So this is a three-bench judgment, and this judgment is dealing with the issue of honor killing. Now, as so far, we do not have any consolidated laws preventing honor killing in the country. Now, what do you understand by the term honor killing? Honor killing is basically when killings happen in the name of honor. More significantly, these killings happen when two people decide to marry intercaste and the people from their caste do not permit their marriage. So, honor killing is basically a killing for the purpose of preserving honor or for the purpose of preventing or deterring these intercaste marriages. Now, in this case, the court is looking at few questions. Court is looking at the question that whether these decisions, the verdicts of Khap Panchayat, because Khap Panchayat is the one which often gives the verdict of honor killing. So, how Khap Panchayat's decision is seen in the eye of law when it decides to execute an honor killing that is being raised as a question in front of the court in this case. Now, before we move to the judgment, we need to understand two things. One is the Khap Panchayat, and another is the Panchayat as local body, local governing body. Okay, so in our constitution, we do have a valid provision for panchayat. So the constitution provides in DPSP as well. There is a specific part, a specific amendment also came in 73rd and 74th amendment brought municipal corporation and panchayats in the ambit of constitution. So panchayat in as a constitutional body, as a body which is enshrined in constitution, is a body that is working for social and economic justice. Okay, so that is working for distributive justice, that is working for making people updated, making people economically well, making removing social discrepancies if there are any. Basically, panchayat is a body, uh, a body of village or a body at gram sabha or a body at district level or local level which is promoting welfare. It is basically the third tier of government which is working there. Okay, so part 9b lays down the guidelines, lays down the criteria of how panchayat should be working. Nowhere in that part, nowhere in constitution it is written that panchayat has the authority to, assume itself in a judicial position and give judicial verdicts. Now, what is khap panchayat? Does this panchayat also includes does this panchayat also includes the terminology or also includes khap panchayat as it's one of the ingredients? The answer is no, because khap panchayat is something entirely different from the panchayat that has been incorporated, that has been enshrined in the Constitution of India. Now, when we look at meaning of khap panchayat, we have 242nd Law Commission report. This judgment itself is providing the details of that. Now, 242nd Law Commission report was showing us that how destructive is that when two-person choose to marry intercaste or when two-person choose to marry beyond their caste. Now, these husband and wife who choose to marry outside their caste or outside the social norms, they hurt the honor of the community and therefore they are executed or they are given into the honor killing. Now, the law commission recommended a draft bill okay, which is the prohibition of interference with the freedom of matrimonial alliance bill, which is still not there anyway. So this, the aim of this bill was that if two people are competent to marry, they choose to marry each other, and their marriage is not prohibited by law, then in that case, no one will interfere in their marriage. But again, this law is not still there. Now, this particular recommendation and this particular law commission report is defining what khap panchayat is meaning. Okay, so we have a definition of khap panchayat here, where, just let me switch my pen to the highlighter. Yeah. So khap panchayat here is meaning that any person or group of person who have gathered, assembled, or congregated at any time with the view of intent, with the view or intention of condemning any marriage, including a proposed marriage. So the marriage hasn't taken place, but it is proposed, and the marriage is not prohibited by law. So either a marriage is taking place, marriage has taken place, or marriage is yet to take place, and marriage is not prohibited by law. Okay, on the basis that such marriage has dishonored the caste or community tradition or brought disrepute to all or any of the members forming part of the assembly or the family or the people of the locality. So basically, it is a caste based or it is a community based panchayat which is giving you verdict that, if two people are in an alliance or two people are to be in a marriage alliance, and that marriage alliance is dishonoring the caste, which is indirectly or directly meaning that it is going beyond the social caste, social norms of that community, beyond the community norms of that community, that you cannot marry this XYZ caste, and that is happening here. So these people who have gathered or assembled there with the intention that this marriage would be condemned, and how they are condemning it, they are giving a verdict which is to execute honor killing, right? So this is the definition of khap panchayat, which is of course not embodied in the Constitution of India. So when we talk of Shakti Vahini's judgment, here the question is that what is the legality of the verdict, of honor killing that has been given by khap panchayats for so long? It is still happening in the country. It still happens. Of course, the instances do not reach the local, uh, the general public as they used to earlier, but it is still a reality. It is still happening. That is why a case, not, not very early, but in 2018, is coming before Supreme Court of India by Shakti Vahini. So Shakti Vahini is an association which is working for social cause, of course. So now in this case, Supreme Court condemned that panchayats are bodies which are not in the purview of Constitution, and any order they are giving regarding honor killing, any verdict they are giving regarding honor killing, it is violative of Article 19 and Article 21 of the marrying couple. Okay, so your torture, your ill treatment in the name of honor. Okay, even if you decide to torture them, even if you decide to kill them, even if you decide to ill treat the couple who wants to marry each other, but they are not fitting the caste or community norms, it does not give you any right. Whatever nomenclature you can have, you can call it khap panchayat or you can call it any other panchayat, whatever, by whatever nomenclature you are existing, it does not give you right to violate, to deprave those people their those people from their right of dignity, to right to life with dignity, their freedom of expression, their freedom of association, and any freedom that they are entitled to under Constitution of India. So you cannot, in the form of a khap panchayat, you cannot assume yourself, you cannot subsume yourself in the position of a judicial organ or in a position of an authority which often can give verdicts, right? So, and specifically when those verdicts are stripping off someone from from their fundamental guarantees. So, in this case, the court gave some directions to central and state government to look into the data, how many of honor killings are happening, and before that, state and central government was obligated to find out that how many khap panchayats are existing. So helplines were created, police officers were given sensitization, they were giving duties. It was held that if any of such complaint of honor killing is coming, they need to ensure that the couple is under protection, and FIR needs to be registered, and all those guidelines which has been listed in the last few pages of the judgment has been given. So you may have a look at the guidelines. These are the guidelines that were given to state governments, to the police departments, that how would they, until and unless we do not have any law dealing with khap panchayats and honor killings, it is on the state, it is on the police officer to make sure that people in their territories, people in their jurisdictions, they are not stripped off from the fundamental guarantees just in the name of caste or community honor, right? So this judgment sets out basically that honor killings, as given in verdict by the Khap panchayats, are not valid. They are beyond the scope of law. They are ultra vires the law. And even the Khap panchayat as an association has not been recognized by law as such. In order to be recognized as a panchayat, you need to qualify the rules, the guidelines set in Part 9B of the Constitution of India, failing which you are not a binding authority for whatever reasons you are doing, and you will be prosecuted like individuals are prosecuted for the crime. So this is a judgment which the court is deciding under article 19 and article 19 and article 21, because of course we do have absence of laws preventing honor killing, right? So the court also in this case recommended the legislature that law should be brought against honor killing, law should be brought against khap panchayats, etc. Right? So this is the crux of Shakti Vahini's judgment. I hope this judgment is clear to you. Should you have any doubts, queries, or feedbacks, you may write them to me in the comment box below. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.